Thank you, David, and thank you, Price, for the compliments and just Price just finished up. He's on my Mount Rushmore of of option traders. In any event, I left my trading screen up here a little bit just so you could see. I had one trade to actually two trades this morning, $3,100. This is I don't have these big trades all the time. Once in a while, I'm a very conservative kind of guy, but when a market takes off, this was a silver trade this morning, and if you disconnect from me now, please do watch the silver market from now probably through the end of the year. I think it has a lot to go as far as its especially relationship to gold. That relationship is usually 50 to 1, 50, 55, maybe 60 to 1. It's now 80 to 1. So silver needs to come up in relation to gold. And since I'm a little off track here, but I'm excited about this trade. I want to start with a little song. This is my celebration song. This is the one I've been playing this week when I have a big trade. You ready? Here, just give you 30 seconds of it. Okay, wait for it.
Hey, Norman, that's coming through very garbled.
I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Did that not come through? Too much, huh?
Yeah, it wasn't working for some reason.
Okay, sorry about that. That was stormy. It's kind of a little humor. But let's get into the presentation. Didn't mean to upset anybody out there. I can't help but one of my eyes is just looking at what's going on in that crazy world. And that song "Stormy" came up by Classics 4. So if you're under 40, probably don't even recognize that. Maybe under 50. Okay, prop trading math. I'm going to gear this presentation toward the simplicity of prop trading and why I love it so much. That $3,100 you saw is really my money. They're going to actually be paying me 100% of anything that I make up to 25,000. And that particular account, you saw several accounts there, is not up to the 25,000 in profit yet. So I'll get all of that as we build up to that. But normally prop trading firms, the one that I've been using in Apex, pays 90% of what you make. And my general statement to you is that if you find yourself jumping off your trading plan because of emotions and so on, especially if you're fearful of losing money or you kind of believe you can afford to lose it, but you really don't want to, that kind of money that's on the precipice, it can make you nervous. And when you trade somebody else's money, and you don't have to talk to them if you lose, that's a very comforting thing. Not that you want to lose, but I make that statement because I was a commodity trading advisor where I was managing millions of dollars for investors that were allowing me to trade on their behalf. And at that time, I was only getting 20% of the profit that I made. With this prop trading, I'm making 4 times that, 5 times that in some cases. And I'm trading somebody else's money. The reason I say you don't have to talk to them is that when you're a CTA, you need to talk with, at least I believe that you need to talk to your clients, let them know what's going on. And during downtimes, weeks where you didn't have such a great return, you had to call those your client and let them know exactly what's going on. Sometimes they were tough conversations, but in prop trading, you're using a prop trading firm's money. They're paying out tens of millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars. I'm going to show you the figures. But I want you to consider prop trading from the standpoint of reducing your stress. Look, the disciplined trader, the parent company of the disciplined trader is called Subconscious Training Corporation. We started our business in 2000. And in that, we were concentrating specifically on helping traders with their mental and emotional capabilities. And we do it through specific meditations that we make and private coaching and et cetera. In the last 3 or 4 years, I have gravitated the majority of my effort toward perfecting prop trading and teaching that and bringing others along. And at the end, I'm going to make you an offer where you and I can move together through prop trading, get you qualified for a trading account of whatever you want. I suggest starting with $50,000 and then moving you toward getting that first payment into your bank account. I want to show you what all of that looks like. So I'm really excited about this particular presentation. And so let's get started. I was a graduate. Here's a little bit about me if you don't know me. I graduated from the University of Cincinnati. I started in engineering, but I could not, I had a trouble with mechanics. Shoot me, I don't know. I just took me 3 times to get a C in mechanics, although I was a straight A student and pretty good grades in college too. But I realized that maybe it wasn't for me, engineering. So I was following my brother's lead, who's an engineer himself, a civil engineer. So I decided to add up all my credits, as probably a lot of us do, and which is the quickest way out the door, a math degree. So I left with my math degree. At the time, it was a work-study school, and I was working in a restaurant called the Prime and Wine. And if you're in Cincinnati, you probably remember that. It was the hottest restaurant in the late 60s, early 70s. And Prime and Wine, no longer there, burned down, I think about 20 years ago. But I learned a lot about my math came into food costs and so on. And I realized that, hey, the money is not in food, it's in liquor. And so I decided, I took a job with American Events Corporation, and I opened some of the first Park Avenue nightclubs. This was $1,000 a membership. These were discos supposed to compete with Studio 54. Never really got to that level, but I did give my first. This particular poster was from first one that we opened on 500 Water Street in Milwaukee. Had everything. It had the dance floor and the dancing guys, dancing girls, and the lit dance floor with the smoke coming out. We had the dry ice in the basement, and it was fun. But you can only take that for so long. So what do I now do with my math degree? Okay, I used it to help the organizations make better money in the restaurant and nightclub business. But what do I do now? Hey, my brother loved a guy named Harry Brown, who was a gold bug, and he got me interested in gold. So I decided, why don't I just get into the finance business and offer people gold and silver? Well, within about 2 years of that decision, I was in charge of 60 option brokers. They actually trading money for their clients, and it was up to me to make sure that they were responsible for those clients. They all had different trading plans and so on. And this is what got me into trading plans. I would take a look at these trading plans and say to myself, this is garbage, this trading plan. I mean, too many lines, too many, you have multiple indicators telling you the same thing. Why have a MACD when you have an RSI? Just simplify your charts. I think in the very beginning, you may have seen my chart. But very simple. I'm into very simple trading plans, and I was involved with helping these traders be better traders. That was my responsibility, and I just had that red pen out all the time, and got them to go back out there and do a better job. I did work for a while for Payne Weber after that, this was where I was a commodity trading advisor. Told you already a little bit about that. I've written several books on trading plans in this slide with all these people in it. This was not the actual, this is a similar slide, but I don't have an actual picture. It looked very much like that room. But I wrote books on trading plans. One is still available on Amazon. Books have been written about me. The Disciplined Trader, again, was formulated in 2000, and we've been helping traders with their mental and emotional capabilities for that time. I believe we still are the best at it. We're certainly doing it the longest, and I think we have the most success stories in that. But I'm turning my attention a lot toward it. Even though we do that, I do that with my wife, who is the mentor of our meditations and everything that we do for traders, EFT and other things that we use. But it's been in this prop trading arena where I have not only, after I've experienced success in it myself, now I'm offering the process to others who would like to trade other people's money and still get 90% of the profit. So their money, your profit is my latest I'm just possessed by it because it's easy to believe once you see all the money they're making. Let's take a look at some of that money. First, I'd like to ask you though, how much money it's been costing you, how much it cost you to trade last year. I want you to get a little bit of a perspective here. And when I say that, I mean, how much money have you lost? How much of your capital? You started with 10,000, you're down to 6, so let's call that 4,000. You've played for your trading platform, maybe you pay $1,000 a year, whatever it is. Put that in there. So now we're up to 5,000. The data feed, maybe maybe another, $500 a year. So maybe we're up to $5,500. I'm just giving you a fictitious example. But for yourself, I just want you to have that number kind of in your head, and know that you're losing in prop trading. You're not losing money. You're losing their capital. Okay. They supply you with the trading platform. They like NinjaTrade, although they accept a couple of other ones. And I'm talking strictly now about the futures market. Most of these prop firms have you trading futures. There are a few that do Forex. I think there are a few that do options, but I've turned off to them because I'm focused on the futures trading. And the data feed, they supply you with that also. So this is all taken care of when you trade through a prop trading firm. So that's kind of the first little comparison. What you're dealing with here, though, that you may not be dealing as much with your own is time. You've got to pass an evaluation. I just passed an evaluation day before yesterday in 1 day. They've been allowing that. So it doesn't take long once you realize how to do this. The first time I qualified for my first $50,000 account, it took me 10 days to make that 50,000, 53,000. You had to earn $3,000 before you're qualified to be given a real $50,000 to go ahead and trade. So I just want you to get a handle on what you've been through, and I want you to see what you can be into now, especially if you want to do it with me and allow me to hold your hand through it. This is a picture of a prop firm study that I had commissioned by a young genius named Brady, who does other work for me. He actually sets up accounts. I'll show you a little bit about what he does in a second. But this is a firm that this is a study that I did of what he considered, he was into prop trading himself, of the 7 top prop trading firms. If you'd like a copy of this, just write down admin@thedisciplinedtrader.com. You don't have to write it down there, David, but I want everybody to just have this if they want the study. If you never see me again, admin@thedisciplinedtrader.com. So write that down. Just say, hey, I'd like that study on prop trading firms that Norman talked about, and I'll get it right to you today. Okay? So admin@thedisciplinedtrader.com. All right. The winner was a firm called Apex. Apex and Top Step, those are 2 very substantial firms that I think you can trust to do business with. Again, you got to do your own due diligence always. So they've just passed. Actually, they're over that. They're at 150 million in payout, and they've paid out 70 million in the last 3 months. Just to show you, 170 million actually since the beginning of 2023. So in a year and 4 and 4.5 months, they've paid out 170 million. I mean, these people are paying out, and most recently they've paid out 70 million, over 70 million in the last 3 months. And I say that because part of the criteria that I use is how long have they been in business, and are they growing, and are they paying out consistently? Well, this firm is not only paying out big dollars, they're accelerating in their payout. So I like to go with the firm that's the strongest, and Apex seems to be that firm. You make your own decision. If you would like to try Apex after I'm done here, use this link, thedisciplinedtrader.com/Apex. Okay, that link will always forward to Apex best advertised or unadvertised deal. Right now, they're offering 80% off monthlies and half off what they call resets. I'm going to show you what that means. So it's a very big discount that they're offering. So and people ask me, am I in cahoots with Apex? Not really, other than I'm in cahoots with Apex, Top Step, and a couple of others that I'm an affiliate for. So when somebody, I get anywhere from 10 to 15% of whatever if you use this link with Apex, I'm going to get 10 or 15% of what you spend. That's my relationship with them, but it's not, I'm not promoting them other than to say I have that affiliate relationship with them, and I've chosen them as what I believe are is one of the top 3 firms, especially in the top 2, the other one being Top Step. Okay, so that's my admission to you. And here's my chart. The chart that you saw before the study, I've zoomed in on Apex's, a portion of Apex's charting here, but let's concentrate on this $50,000 account. You can see here where the monthly, if you wanted to, and I'm talking now about evaluating. In other words, you have to pass an evaluation before you'll be funded. And that evaluation is, they're going to give you a fake $50,000, and you have to make $3,000. So they want to see this become 53,000 plus before you lose 2,500 from any closing high. Won't go through that. There's a little wrinkle in the way they judge open trade equity that promotes you to be a more conservative trader. I think it's an excellent rule. And we can discuss it some other time, but essentially you've got to make $3,000 before you lose 2,500 from your previous high. Okay, so but these are not the real costs. When they have a sale, and they have not had a sale all year. They've either given you 70% off, 80% off, or 90% off. Right now, it's 80% off. This number right here is their best sale. This would be if they gave you 90% off. You'd be paying $16.70 a month to try to make $3,000 on your $50,000. So it's gonna, shouldn't really take you more than, you shouldn't go into the second month, but if you did, they ping you for another $16. Or right now, with the 80% off this number, they're going to ping you for $34 and change. Okay, so I just want to show you this kind of line here, but I want to just kind of give you an idea of what the math looks like in the evaluation stage. Again, you've got to qualify for the $50,000, and I'm talking now in the context of the $50,000 try here, okay, and then finally getting funded. The evaluation, they say 167, but as I've noted, they're always giving a discount. I'm going to choose the one in my example, 34 a month, because that's the one that they're offering right now. The reset fee is normally $80. Okay, so if you bust out the account at $2,500, you can just pay them $40, and all of a sudden that's going to be $50,000 again, and you're going to start again to try to make your $3,000. And they do it almost automatically. Okay, the reset fees, and when you open an account, you can start trading like within the next 10 minutes. Okay, so that's the reset fee. So if it took you 2 months and you needed 2 resets, okay, to pass, to get $3,000, make a $3,000 profit, that's going to be, so twice 34, twice the resets, you're into it for $144. Okay, but what you're into now is, now you have a real $50,000 to trade, and it costs you 2 months and $144. And this would be the slow boat. It really would be, I think, especially for an experienced trader. For a new trader, maybe these figures are real, but still they're very, very reasonable for what they're giving you. Now you've got $50,000 of which you can trade, and you're going to make, after you pass 52,600, and I'll show you that number in a second, after you make 2,600 on your funded account, then you're going to start making 90% of that, 100% of the first 25,000 that you make, and 90% after that. Okay, so but when you, I just want to say that when you pass, once the day closes, they send you a congratulations email, and then but before you get funded, you got to answer one question: do you want to be charged during the funded phase, and when you're making the percentage, the 90%? Do you want them to charge you $80 a month? Or do you want them to charge you $140 once, and then you're never charged anything again? So if you choose $140, okay, if you have confidence in what got you here, funded $50,000, if you give them the $140, there's never another cost. They're paying for your platform, they're paying for your data feed, and you're trading their money. See, there's no, right now it's just a matter of making money and getting the profit, okay? So, but if you have less confidence, and that's okay if you're in the situation, because the $80 is going to be minuscule, hopefully, compared to what you'll be making. But look, I always choose the 140. So $144 to qualify, $140 so that I have no charges for the lifetime of the existence of this $50,000 trading account. I'm into it for $244, and I have no more money out of my pockets as I look to make money from my 50. I hope you understand. Hope I didn't go through that too fast. I'm going to look at the chat real fast. Lifetime goes nice, no pressure. Yeah, okay. I'm going to keep going. Thank you for the advice there. All right, here's what I was talking about. When you're trading that account, don't worry about the words. When you're trading that $50,000 account, your goal is to reach over 52,600. When you do that, that $2,500 red line is going to be 50,100, right? 2,500. 52.6 less 2,500. That 50,100 red line, I remember I said that during the qualifying phase, it moves with you. Here, it doesn't move with you. So if you build this account not to 52.6, but to 62.6, let's say you build it up, that red line is still 50,100. So all of a sudden, you've got a lot more play. You can be a lot more powerful in your trade without risking being blown out, because to blow out this account, you got to bring it all the way down to 50,100. Okay, so the beauty of this is the long-term nature of this. Once you get this funded account past about 55, 60,000, you do, and there are most of the traders who are taking in 100,000 a month or more, and there are several of them, many of them. They're trading 10 and 20 of these $50,000 accounts, and they're using what's called a trade copier, where you put in a trade and it copies to all of the other accounts at the same time. So there's ways of doing it. Can't go into deeply, but I want to stress the lowering of the cortisol level when you're dealing with somebody else's money. Okay, and you don't have to talk to them. Listen, these people are making plenty of money. There's you should shed no tears for them, because 90% of traders still do not succeed in the long term. When I say long term, I mean, building an account like I've just mentioned here to $60,000 and $70,000 and $80,000. There are only 10% that are doing it. The other 90% are just paying fees. So the 10% they can give all the profit to, and we brag about what's going on, because what that's going to do is attract the next 100 people who 90 of them are just going to pay them fees. Okay, so I'm saying to you that don't worry about them. Don't worry about the people who are not making it. Don't worry about the people who are making it. Worry about yourself. My wife hates that word. It's not worry. Concern yourself. Focus on what you're good at and make this happen for you. If you're having trouble controlling yourself as a trader, trading somebody else's money takes a lot of the pressure off, and I can help you to move right through this. I also want to say that there's a limit to, when I say you're paid out, you can request money twice a month from them. And the most you can, on each time, the first and the 15th. So a $50,000 account, you can take out as much as $2,000 each pay period, so $4,000 a month. And they give you an example right here that is real. Somebody who has 10 $50,000 accounts and have a profit in all of them because they use the trade copier or whatever, they can take $2,000 out for each of those $10,000 accounts twice a month. That adds to $40,000 for the month. Okay, it's amazing. Okay, I'm going to keep going here, but I just wanted to show you that. Now, one note is, once you have taken out any amount of money, the minimum is $500. After you've taken out at least $500 for 3 months in a row, not 3 pay periods in a row, but 3 months in a row, 500, 500, 500. All of a sudden, this $2,000 limit is lifted. And so if you've built it to 70 or 80,000, you can take out 5 or 10,000. Okay, and for Mother's Day. Okay, so let's keep going. Just want to again, the multiple funded accounts, you can handle them in different ways. I got to look at the time here. You can handle it in different ways. I mentioned that many have I'm going to fly through this, but these are $10,000, $50,000 accounts. Many of them do this. They'll take one trade. They trade an hour a day. They make one trade. make $300 in that trade, but it's printed to 3 different accounts, 10 different accounts. They've made $3,000 and they go out for the rest of the day. That's one way to do it. And the few that will let me interview them and talk to them, this is the majority way. I don't necessarily agree with it. I'm looking at I'm going to be testing other ways. But here's another way that's possible, where you just, instead of risking all of your accounts in a couple of bad trades in a row, 4 or 5 trades, hopefully, and I can show you how to make sure you have 5 or 6 trades before you would ever reach that red line. But you can just maybe take 2 different trades, or the same trades with different position sizing. Maybe take 4 Japanese yen here and only 2 Japanese yen in each of these, and so that when you make a profit, it's a mixed bag. So that's a little bit of diversification. The third way that I'm considering, that I am testing, is a way to is 3 different approaches, 3 different markets with 3 different groups of your 10 trades, and you can see where in this example, one of those packages lost. Then we had 3 that won, 3 that won here differently. And so there's different ways of approaching this. But, you get to this point, you're going to be a happy camper, because now you're making money. Now you're just looking at the best way. So diversification, it's advantage for those with limited time to trade. As I mentioned, a lot of these people that are making the big money are only trading an hour or 2 hours a day. Okay, you can be more aggressive with a few. As in this 3 different trade example, I was a little bit more aggressive here. So do it in different ways, whatever's comfortable for you. But I wanted to show you a kind of a peering into your future once you start to really move out. But start with one account, that $50,000 account. Get that money in your account, because when that happened to me the first time, I said to myself, boy, is this money real? Is this real? Did they really just pay me the $1,000 that I requested? The first time I requested was $1,000. As soon as I hit the bank, I called my banker and I asked her, is that real money in my account? Can I spend it? Yep. And so is every other transfer they've made. So it's a real thing, but I want you to experience it as a real thing. Once you shed the doubt, then you can really get serious about this. Okay. In today's environment, the best approach to risk management is trading someone else's money and being paid 90% profit. Again, I was a CTA. I made 20%. It's nothing like this. You can be a prop trader. You can be a commodity trading advisor. I say be a prop trader. You don't have to get any licenses. You just have to be good at it. Okay. Prop trading firms will fund you, as I mentioned, 50, 100, 300, and you're going to earn that. Now, this is what they give you when you pass. They give you these capabilities. They give you these congratulations. And here's some of the ones that I've gotten in the past. I've got 10 right now. But look at this one right here. This is the first one that I was talking about. I have this one hung up on my wall. I printed it out. Remember, I was in the restaurant business, and we used to take our first, we used to use $5, but I'm sure it's now 100. You hang it up on the wall. I think people would steal 100, so I think maybe they're still doing the $1 or $5. But so I hung it up on my wall. That was the first time. But since then, but then all of a sudden they keep on coming, 2,000, whatever it is. It just keeps coming if you just continue to get serious about this. Okay, so for passing the evaluation and getting funded properly, I want to give you I want to give you a firm idea of how I'd like to help you to get there. Okay, I'm going to look at the chat real fast and see if there's any questions at this point. Let's see. Looking right here. Maybe I don't understand something. Sorry if it comes off as skeptical, but I'm curious why people supposed to be professionals at money management would be interested in supposedly less skilled people managing their money. They're not interested in making money. They're not interested. They're interested in only the fees. That's it. And because this is a fee paid for, for the fee, you get a chance to and the red line is very tight. I mean, if I had a $50,000 account, I would allow myself to lose 20, 25% of that before I really reassessed if that wasn't going well in my earlier days. In this particular case, it's not a $15,000 red line in trading a $50,000 account if I was on my own, but it's a $2,500. They don't want it to go below 47.5. So they're very careful on what they're willing to risk. Have you risk on their behalf? I mean, have have you risk on their behalf. Yeah, I said that right. So don't worry about them. There's no skeptical in this other than they're making plenty of money. 90% are just paying them fee after fee after fee. And then they'll get 10 at a time and pay them even when you're paying $35, they're paying $350. You know, they're making plenty of money. So they are dying to give you the money that you make. They're dying to do that so that you can bring in the next group of traders. Okay, it's, you know, this is true of, it's true of the industry in general. I mean, a lot of gurus out there don't even trade, but we all know that traders are generally not disciplined, and therefore they just hop from trading plan to trading plan. I mean, heck, everybody's promoting each other. You ever wonder why a stock trader is promoting another stock trading stuff? Well, because they're an affiliate, they're getting a little, because if you're dissatisfied, never bought anything from their list, why not go ahead and try somebody else's? And that's good. You know, listen, if you don't like my stuff, if you don't like, I have some other people like Price, who you may like the way he delivers his stuff. He's very good, and I trust him with my recommendation to him if you're an options trader, you know. So we all have our favorites. We all have, there's money moving around all the time for good purposes, okay? So worry about yourself in this particular case, and you're not risking anything. You know, if you pay them $35 and they close tomorrow, you know, it's just not worry. These numbers are not worryable or concernable. All right, so just want to see one more here. If there's how can you make profit? I think I've gone through that. How you make profit consistently. You build your account out when you're funded to $5,000 and $10,000 and $20,000 above the red line, and then you can just take out, continue to trade conservatively, and take that money out. That's how you do it. You are the same trader, same psychology. Am I? No, of course not. Yeah, listen, I'm doing both because you know, I'd love to trade more. You can see some of the results from trading today. I get time about 3 times a week to trade, and I love it. But my goal is to get you really to make this happen for yourself. I'm fine. I want you to be fine. Okay, here we go. The loaded gun simple trading plan. I want to show you what this is. We don't have much time to show you. It gives you what I call the core loaded gun trading plan. I call it loaded gun because one of the main triggers that we use looks like a little gun. It's in the chart. It's a small body candle followed by a large body candle. That's what that looks like, and therefore it looked like a gun pointing up and down. You know, my wife doesn't like the name of it, but I kept it because I started with it and people really liked it, and I didn't want to change the name. But it's called the loaded gun simple trading plan. Okay, and it has the core videos, which are really, I think they're less than 2 hours long to explain the entire. It's a simple trading plan. Even for new people, it's only less than a couple of hours to explain the plan, and it all fits on one sheet of paper. All the rules, buy, sell rules, and situations, all sits on one sheet of paper. That's what a simple trading plan is all about. You remember that room that I was running, the trading room, and the, you know, my experience with making and building trading plans for professional traders. This is all culminates into the simplicity of what the loaded gun trading plan is. It's got videos, you get all the rules, fits on one sheet of paper. Also, I have what I call nuances. Now I'm going to spend about 2 minutes on this because this is the mental and emotional part of the simple trading plan. Nobody does this. Nobody does this. I do it because I'm into the mental and emotional part, and I understand that every trader is different. There are no two traders alike. Somebody can give you their trading plan and without instruction, just give you all the rules, and somehow it doesn't fit you. Okay, and he's doing or she's doing great, and you're losing nothing but losing money because the trading plan is not giving you enough trades and you like to be in the market, giving you too many trades because you like to be more careful. A trading plan has to fit you, okay? These nuances, and right now there are 7 of them. There are 7 nuances and 2 that were in the testing stage, and they have been for the last 6 months. I haven't gotten to it, but currently there are 7 nuances, and these nuances are small adjustments that you can make to the trading plan. Let's call them tweaks that fit you as an individual, okay? If you're a person that is patient and likes 1 or 2 extra filters, I've got that for you. If you're somebody who likes like me, who likes to be in the market as much as they can, who likes to be active in their trading. There's a nuance for you, but not adding a lot of risk to the general loaded gun core trading plan. Nothing significant. So these are nuances that fit your personality, changes in the trading plan. I cannot stress the importance of something like this, especially in the 3-day talk that we're doing here with David on the mental and emotional side. This really can take care of you. Not only the simplicity of it and the lack of risk from the standpoint that you're not risking your own money. That's one. Or two is that you've got a simple trading plan and you don't have to wait for a couple of hoops, a bunch of hoops to make it happen. And you have nuances where you can adjust it to you. These are all ways to keep that cortisol level down so that you can do what you're meant to do, and that's to follow your tested trading plan. Tested trading plan. This has all been tested, and it's been tested now through hundreds of people over the last 2 years that have owned loaded gun, and it's edifications. I don't know, and it's small changes along the way. We meet every last Wednesday of the month, and we all get together and we talk about our successes. And we have a lot of experienced traders there, coupled with more experience, believe it or not, than I do, that have fallen in love with loaded gun and have some suggestions. A few we've adopted and made them alternatives, other things that you can do if they're comfortable for you past the core trading plan. So it's very important, the monthly get-togethers. Love to be there. Some people can't, and if you can't be there for a get-together, be there for the recordings. Okay, well, we post the recordings for everybody in the system. I want to, but I want to help you with this. I don't want to just be a talking voice. I want to hold your hand. Yeah, I tell you something. Well, I want to I want to hold your hand and make sure that you're going through this step by step and make it happen. I want to give you unlimited one-on-one coaching with me, not my assistants, but me. Okay, for 90 days. So if you were to purchase my offer at the end of when I show it to you in a couple of slides. What I'd like you to do is go through the videos that I just showed you, the couple of hours of the basic video. Actually, it's about an hour and a half. I want you to go through the nuances, see what you like. I want you to back test it a little bit on your own for a day or two, for a week or two, whatever it takes you to feel comfortable with. You kind of got it. And then I want you to book your first call with me. That's when the 90 days start. So I don't, if you've got things to do the next week or through the rest of the month, go ahead and purchase anyway, because you won't see this pricing much longer again. So my advice is go ahead and purchase my offer at the end, and then you can start this one-on-one coaching whenever you want. So take advantage of it now. Go ahead and go through the videos, back test it, even come to a loaded gun get together. Whatever it is, but that first meeting with me one-on-one, where I found out a lot about how you trade, the way you trade, I can suggest some of those nuances or maybe some other techniques that I've known. You saw all those brokers and traders that I've been helping through the years. I know the issues, and I can help you to resolve some of those issues. So our one-on-one coaching, the first meeting is the critical one, where we'll spend whatever, half hour, 45 minutes, an hour, just to figure out what you are and answer any of your questions about running the discipline trade. And then maybe we'll meet a week later, a week and a half, 2 weeks later, where we'll get together and see make sure that you've tightened up any misunderstandings. Most don't take more than 1 or 2 or 3 meetings with me, but you have as many as you want. There are others that have met me every 10 days for the 90 days, and I'm fine with that. I want you to be comfortable that I'm not leaving you in the lurch. We're going to do this together, okay? As soon as you invest in a loaded gun simple trading plan, you're going to get an email with a calendar link. You'll be able to schedule your personalized one-on-one walkthrough with me, and I'll proceed to learn about your trading background and advise you how to get a quick start with your new purchase. As you perfect the running of the plan, I'm going to be there if you need me, for as many one-on-one coaching sessions as you need to pass your evaluation and beyond. Okay, 90 days, it won't take you 90 days likely to pass your evaluation. So I'll be there with you all the time if you you need me. But you also have email access to me. And when I say most take one or two or three, it's because you have email access. Sometimes you shoot me a question, I answer it quickly. Doesn't deserve a meeting, but I want to meet you. It's important that I meet you and that I can give you an advice on some of these nuances, especially. Okay, I'm going to be there with you every step of the way. Okay. And we're a little bit limited in time, but the magic of one-on-one coaching is that you get a personal attention. Again, every trader is different. You get immediate feedback. Sometimes you can put out I know that, boy, I'm a customer service freak when it comes to, I've been shopping around for home for homeowners insurance, and here in Florida it's crazy, and I can't believe the lack of professionalism in getting back to people when you ask a question or when it's crazy. You won't get that from me. I'm going to give you immediate feedback. If you send me an email, sometimes it's the next minute. If everybody can read the chat and somebody's had experience with me, confirm that, because I'm really into the service part of it. Okay. Confidentiality and trust in each other. That's important for any relationship. I want to have a relationship with you to make this happen. Stop risking your own money, I believe, and at least consider prop trading. It doesn't seem real is the big resistance. It is real. Okay. Tailored learning style. I can tailor your learning, your style of how you learn to some of the ways that you maybe want to trade this particular, what parts you want to emphasize and de-emphasize. For instance, we have three basic triggers that we use. One is the supreme trigger. The others are major triggers also, but it's just important that you understand the placement of those triggers and so on. I need to find out a little bit about you and your experience trading. Flexibility of scheduling. You'll have a calendar. We usually meet on Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's when I schedule these one-on-ones. But if you need a Friday, or if you're in India, and it's or Australia, and the time frames that don't fit you, we'll make a time frame that fits you. I'm here for you. You've invested in me and in yourself. I'm going to perform for you from that standpoint. The depth of exploration. Listen, when two people talk, you can see I'm not flippant, but I got a sense of humor. Look, when trading goes right, this is a really satisfying thing to be doing. When it's not going right, it's the most frustrating thing to be doing. I want to get you from one head to another. Okay, I want to uncover the root causes of why you're not winning and point to some of the features of loaded gun that you need to definitely stick to in order to offset that root cause that's causing you problems. Okay, but I think the biggest thing is the accountability. When you're accountable to something, you get things done. I really believe in coaching and accountability. I've paid tens of thousands of dollars a year to individuals, each individual, for coaching. How to trade in the past, how to run business in the past. I've done it all, and I can safely say that the coaching piece in each one of the things I've ever tried to learn and go deep. For instance, I was a college and high school wrestler, and I hired the coach on the side. He was teaching me, and I had a pretty good career because I was coach. I saw the value right there of coaching because they can get into your particular weaknesses and strengths, help you turn those around. Let me help you. Let me help you with this. Okay. So Mike P said, this is just in last month. I passed Apex $100,000 val in 4 days, trading the loaded gun, mostly scalping, but a few runners, because I call them scalps and runners. In the system, I like you to take on two contracts at a time. Treat one as a scalp, one as a runner. And I'm going to show you how to do that if you go with me on this. And brought it home. I still have a few trading days left to finish, but I made $6,000 in 4 days this week. Great trading plan. Thanks much. Mike is a part-time trader, as I am, and as most of you probably are. Okay, so thank you, Mike, for taking the time. And Sandra, who is I'm just so proud of her. She's a part-time trader from Yakima, Washington. Was actually my first client when I was way back when I started in this business was from Yakima, Washington. She says, hi, Norman and Tisha. I'm making some progress now. I really credit your guidance and your voice in my head. I now have 3 funded accounts with Apex and requested my first small payout from 2 of those accounts. That was she requested $500 from 2 of her accounts, and she's been requesting ever since. So Sandra continues to build. Really, really proud of her. And just last week, Ken Craig, he said that, Norman, please share with your wife that since funding my first $50,000 account last Thursday and 5 more 2 days later this Tuesday, on those 10 funded accounts, I'm profitable 21,000 real money, all in the NASDAQ. I don't trade the NASDAQ. Most of the people that I coach trade the NASDAQ to the S&P. I think that S&P is my speed. NASDAQ can run a little stronger, but I go with my speed, you go at your speed, but a lot trade the NASDAQ. And 21,000, that's not common. It happens more than you'd think, but this is happening. It's happening, okay? And he's working with 5 more to get funded now. God so richly blessed me. I'm really glad he said that at the end, because I think that, being appreciative of the opportunities that we're given, the world that you've created. I think you've got to be thankful for that. I got a saying that I have a card on my desk. I'm looking at it right now that I read every morning before I start. And that card says, I don't chase, I attract. Okay, so maybe I feel more like I'm chasing now, but I'm attracting. This is, the whole trading thing is not for everybody. And you got to realize that up front. But if you've got risk capital to go and you like the idea of not even using that risk capital, putting that in the crazy part about prop trading is that I found that those with the big dollars, those that are trading $100,000 and $250,000 futures accounts, they're prop trading because they say, why should I risk my own money? They put that at 5% now with no risk, and they're trading somebody else's money just as successfully as they were trading their own. So it's the smaller money, though, I think this is really perfect for, because what can you really, I mean, if you double your money at $5,000, it really can't do much for your life. Maybe does a little bit, but it's not going to break you through to a different strata. And that strata is probably where you want to be to take care of your family, take care of yourself, take care of, and give to the dogs and cats like Tisha and I do. I just want to say that the more you see the potential in this, and the more you start to, when you get that first payment, that it all becomes real, you start opening up to some of the other parts of the presentation that I made for you. And so I always say, I don't chase, I attract. I also say, what is meant for me is coming to me. I say, I accept myself for who I am. All of these things are important things that I believe that are important in order to empower yourself. Because once you empower yourself, that's belief in yourself, and therefore, makes it all real for you. Okay. I have the power to manifest whatever I want. I'm grateful for all that I have. Okay, thank you, Ken, for that. And I want to give you another bonus before I show you my last slide. And I'm gonna set it up for you. I'm gonna set everything up for you. Okay, this is the done for you setup of the data feed and the trading platform. Remember, I said that I've got that young genius. His name is Brady. I will send him into your computer. And if you don't have NinjaTrader already, or you need to update it, he'll do all that for you. He'll set up your data feed. He'll connect it to NinjaTrader or whatever platform you're using. He'll do it all. And he'll do it in 15 minutes. But I'm going to give you an hour with him. And if you've got any questions about NinjaTrader or the platform that you're using, he's an expert on a lot of things in that respect. So this is a $150 offer that I make to anybody, because I think it's important that you just stop the headache of setting everything up and let somebody do it for you. I'm including it here with you, okay? Because Apex and Top Step have a more advanced setup that can be confusing to some tech challenge trade. It took me 10 days to set it up. So I'm going to connect you with Brady, who's going to jump into your computer and set up everything for you. So all you have to do is start trading, okay? Roger paid for this, okay? This is before I made it a bonus. He had owned Loaded Gun before that. He said, all in all, it really went well. He said, Brady is obviously skilled. His cursor darted back and forth without explanation. I ended up feeling like I had gotten a bargain at the $150 that Roger paid, and he paid it happily. And I'm going to give it to you, because I don't want anything stopping you from giving this a try. Okay. I don't want anything stopping you. Don't, it's real. They're making plenty of money. Okay, so do it for you. Okay, do it for you. Here's the entire Get Funded offer that I'd like to give to you today. You're going to get the core loaded gun trading plan, which I mentioned is going to take you an hour and 3/4. I think it's an hour and 3/4. The videos, if it's that long, and you'll understand all the simple rules that I give you that I've learned over the years, combined it into one simple trading plan. You're going to learn all of that with this core, and you'll be able to print out the rules if you'd like to have them on your desk, like I did when I first started any trading plan. I'm going to give you all the nuances. These are probably 10 and 15-minute videos. There's 7 of them, so it won't take you long to get through. And you'll look at one and you say, "Boy, that's me. Boy, that's me. Wow, that's perfect for me." Or, "No, that's not me. That's not me." Sometimes you get a signal, but when you put in your risk, it's just too big a risk to take. I don't want you taking that trade. But there's a way to wait in the right way to enter that trade with less risk. That's one of the nuances. And that's for somebody who likes to be in trades as much as they can. But taking too much of a risk in a trade is not what you want to do. Pass. There's plenty of opportunities. I just want to give you the nuances that are going to make it happen for you and bring that cortisol level down. Then you get the monthly get-togethers where we all get together every month, and we talk about our successes. We talk about the new people may talk about struggles. Whatever you talk about, we're going to show you, and it won't always be me. It's going to be we've got, again, some professional traders that are in this group, and we just have fun. Sometimes it's just me lecturing. Sometimes nobody says anything, and I just give you some of the things that I've been looking at. And I've got a couple of things for our next meeting that I'll be talking about. I'm going to give you the bonus, okay? Unlimited one-on-one coaching for 90 days. Now, remember that this one-on-one coaching started. Remember that it starts the day we meet. So you can go ahead and purchase this, invest in yourself now. Know that I'll be there with you when you're ready. But you can view all the videos, review all of the nuances, and you can look at all of the past, especially the most recent get-togethers. Okay, review it all, and then make your first appointment with me. That's when the 90 days start. I don't even really count. I've never counted 90 days on everybody. I never said to somebody, hey, it's 93 days, sorry. That's not what we're here for. We're here to help each other, okay? You're going to help my reputation by being a successful trader and talking about it so I can post it. I'm going to help you by helping you be a more successful trader. That's the trade-off. And I'm going to set it all up for you, okay? I'm going to set it all up for you. Brady's going to set it all up for you. But I want to give you a guarantee that you can be confident with. I'm so confident that you're following the Loaded Gun Simple Trading Plan is going to result in you getting funded by your prop firm so that you risk their money and not yours and still receive 90% of the profit that you generate. Just share your trading experience with me, that you followed the simple rules and it didn't work for you, and I will refund your purchase price plus $50, $500 for your trouble. In other words, if you follow this system, it's going to work for you. And I'm guaranteeing that if you follow this system, you're going to be profitable in a reasonable period of time. When I say that, a couple of weeks, a couple of months, whatever it is, a reasonable period of time. If you can't be profitable with this, you're not running it right. And therefore, we need to have some meetings of which I'm offering you. I want to make sure that, because when you do it right, you can offer a guarantee like this, okay? So this is an ironclad guarantee, all right? So here is the Get Funded special. Loaded Gun Simple Trading Plan. We offer it on our site for a very reasonable $24.97. It doesn't take, I just showed you the $3,000 in the trade I did today. It won't take you long to come back up, okay? The core nuances, the monthly meetings, that's what you're getting in the basic plan. You're getting the bonuses, the unlimited coaching for 90 days, the done-for-you setup, and the data feed and the trading platform. And that it's a value of $5,200, $5,247, but we offer it on our site right now without the done for you setup feature for $24.97. Okay, I want to give you half off on that. And this is probably, it may be the last, if it is, it's very close to the last time that you'll see this pricing. Okay, $1,247. Let me guide you through this. It's a one-time payment. This is not a monthly payment. or bi-monthly. It's one time. 1247. Go to theirmoneyyourprofit.com and use the coupon code today's date. Okay. If you have any questions, I'm going to be there, and you'll notice that when you get to this page, this offer page, you'll read a lot of the more testimonials and so on. But on the bottom right, there's a chat. When I leave here right now, I'm going to go on the chat myself, so you can ask me questions there. I may be able to take one or two here, maybe one, but I'll be on that chat on this page. If you have any questions, use the coupon code May9 and get this 50% off. I want to do it with you. Let's do this together. Okay, it's real. Let's make it happen. But because of the calendar limitations for the one-on-ones, I mentioned I'm giving you unlimited one-on-ones. Some people take advantage. Some people only have 1 or 2 meetings, and that's taking advantage, all they need. But because of the calendar limitations, this offer is only available for the first 6 traders, and I'm strong on that. And if not, then you're going to get a waiting list thing when you press the go button after you fill everything out. But I'm confident, and if you do, send me an email. I'll see what I can do about making room. I'll tell you how much you probably have to wait. But I'm saying, start this with me now. Let's get going on this, and let's make this real for you like it's real for me and some of the other people, of course, that I'm coaching. So that is, I'm going to look at a quick trade, see if we have any. I got about 1 minute for questions. Thank you for posting that for me. Let's see if I have any questions. Same trade, same. How can you be profitable overnight? That actually, you know, that part of that $3,000 that I made in that account, I actually put on. You can't hold a trade overnight, but I got out of a trade. I was long 2 silver positions. And when 5 o'clock came, you got to be out. So I was out yesterday. And then this morning, I put it back on. It's, no, not this morning, but it's 6 o'clock at night. From 5 to 6, there's no trading. But at 6 o'clock, you can start trading again. So I put that position on. It's really part of a testing I'm doing. I don't generally like to hold positions overnight, because if it goes up and then down, they hold what you don't take against you. But I was so strong on the possibilities of silver overnight that I went for it, and it worked out. So there are some times, and you don't have to be as strong as I am with 2 positions before you should build up your account before you take on 2 full silver contracts in a $50,000 trading account. In any event, I want to thank everybody for being here. Good question, and for the question. If you have any more questions, I'll be on the chat. So on the page there. Thank you, David, for the opportunity to present.